It will be the largest listing in history. A $1.7 trillion bet on rockets, satellites, AI, and Mars. The question is simple. Are we witnessing the birth of the next great industrial platform or paying peak prices for a dream? 1. How SpaceX got here. Founded in 2002 with a radical idea. Reusable rockets. SpaceX nearly collapsed after 3 failed launches. A fourth success in 2008, combined with a NASA contract, saved the company. Today, Falcon rockets have flown 400-plus missions with 350-plus booster landings. Launch costs are approximately $67 million versus $100 to $400 million for competitors. But the real growth engine is Starlink. With 4 million-plus subscribers, a $10-plus billion annual revenue run rate, and a direct-to-device service that could challenge mobile carriers. The 2026 acquisition of XAI positions SpaceX at the intersection of space and artificial intelligence. SpaceX is no longer just a rocket company. It's a communications, AI, defense, and infrastructure platform. 2. Why go public now? The answer is capital. Starlink needs more satellites. Starship needs production capacity. AI needs data centers. IPO objectives. The primary objectives of the IPO are to raise $15 to $20 billion in fresh capital to fund future growth initiatives, provide liquidity to early employees and investors who have invested in the company for nearly 2 decades, and establish a publicly traded currency that can be used for future acquisitions and strategic transactions. Share structure. Dual class. Public shareholders receive 1 vote per share, while insiders receive 10. Elon Musk maintains control, similar to Meta and Google. Lockup period. 180 days for most early investors. Musk's shares are staggered over 12 to 24 months. 3. The wealth was created before the IPO. One big misconception is that IPOs create wealth. In reality, most wealth is created before a company goes public. SpaceX valuation journey: $12 billion, 2015, to $33 billion, 2019, to $127 billion, 2022, to $350 billion, 2024, to $1.2 trillion, early 2026, to $1.675 trillion. Expected IPO valuation. A $1 million investment in 2015 would be worth well over $100 million today. The IPO doesn't create that wealth. It simply allows public investors to participate after the highest growth phase has already occurred. 4. Scenario analysis, 2030. Bear case: 30% probability. Return from IPO, minus 65%. Base case, 50% probability. Return from IPO, plus 76%. Bull case, 20% probability. Return from IPO, plus 370% of 5. What the financials reveal. The excitement often overshadows a complicated financial reality. 2025 numbers. Revenue, $18.0 billion. EBITDA, $6.58 billion. Net income, minus $4.9 billion. Free cash flow, approximately minus $6.2 billion. CapEx, approximately $11 billion. Revenue breakdown. Starlink, recurring. High margin, growing. Launch services, lumpy but reliable, with a $15 billion plus backlog. Government, stable. AI, minimal revenue, with approximately $6.35 billion in operating losses. The key takeaway: Starlink profits subsidize everything else. If Starlink growth slows, the entire financial model faces pressure. 6. The valuation problem? At an estimated valuation of $1.7 trillion, SpaceX is trading at approximately 94 times sales, a level that significantly exceeds many of the world's largest technology companies. For comparison, NVIDIA trades at around 35 times sales, Tesla at roughly 8 times, and Amazon at about 4 times. Such a valuation suggests that investors are pricing in near-perfect execution and substantial future growth across SpaceX's businesses. The market is pricing in near-perfect execution. That doesn't mean it's overvalued, but expectations are extraordinarily high. 7. The bull case. The bullish investment thesis for SpaceX is built around 4 major long-term megatrends. Global connectivity, with billions of people still lacking reliable internet access. AI infrastructure, where orbital data centers could help address growing power and capacity constraints. Defense modernization, as space increasingly becomes a critical strategic domain. And the expanding space economy, which is projected to exceed $3 trillion by 2040. If Starlink captures just 10% of the global telecom market, annual revenue could exceed $300 billion. In the bull case, SpaceX becomes one of the most valuable companies in history,